Un, dos, tres y... Un extraño secreto perdido en tu boca te deja ese beso mortal y ese raro sabor que te cambia la piel y te empuja sobre lo prohibido. Una calle desierta, un silencio absoluto, una gota incesante y moral. Te acarician la sien y anestesian tu hogar como un sueño poblado de olvidos. Y vas como buscando una salida, esperando que un astro te lleve hacia otro.
I actually studied in Paris before I moved back here a year ago, and I worked with a few designers here in New York before just taking the plunge and doing my own thing. Before I studied fashion, I studied art history, so this is kind of a fusion of the two passions that I've always had. I try to keep things very simple, kind of minimalistic. So, for example, in this dress, but I always like to give it kind of a little pop or something interesting, a little detail that sets it apart. So for here, I've kind of worked the pockets. I've made these kind of like oversized pockets that are kind of cool, and I also really like working with different materials. I like layering clothes a lot, so I think that, and also just using different textures. So the prints are a little loud, but I like kind of juxtapositioning different things that I think are kind of interesting together, and also just different textures, maybe some sheer elements with some more opaque elements. So in this dress I kind of try to combine the two. I also really like the imagery that Carlos uses in his work. He talks a lot about the inner workings of the person, the things that make us who we are, the little tidbits of the individual that make us different and unique. So he uses a lot of writing in his paintings. He often uses his own kind of journal excerpts. So for example, in this piece, which I really loved and used a lot in the collection, I zoomed in on the skirt, which was, you know, also an article of clothing, and took out this pattern here. Kind of just his, whatever he thinks of, he just jots down. So it has like a very poetic kind of, you know, feel to it, which I thought was really pretty.
Vas como buscando una salida.
This piece I called the butterfly dress. Butterfly dress, for obvious reason. It kind of looks like it has wings coming out of the side. Carlos uses a lot of imagery with butterflies, and I also, even though my designs are kind of stark and kind of very streamlined and minimalistic, I always kind of like to have an organic feel to them. So I feel this one is really fun because it's, you know, very, very flat here, but then all of a sudden there's this more organic, more flowy kind of pleating in the back that makes it a little bit more interesting. Also rounding out some parts of the piece also helps to make it a little bit less strict and a little bit more fun. So like some rounding out of certain key places is always something that I try to do a lot. It's one of my favorite pieces. I think it's kind of fun, and it's the kind of piece that you can kind of dress up or dress down, and it's kind of a conversation piece. There's a little bit of skin exposed if you're a little bit adventurous. If not, you can always put something underneath to, you know, make it a little bit more demurred, but I think that this is kind of a statement piece, and it's definitely one of my favorite pieces.